And the defensive scheme, that's what I'll give credit to.
JJ
The picker. He's picking things in that team. My goodness. Like the defensive schemes for Jokic. And in fact, they didn't even let him touch the ball at times. Everybody should be scared now. Everybody should be trembling with fear because the Los Angeles Lakers are here to win it all. Welcome to another episode on the Pulls Back Show. The Los Angeles Lakers look dangerous. They
Run
look
another banner.
Seriously dangerous. They just beat the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets who, in the last 15 games, have been whooping their ass left, right, center. First time with Luka going to the mile high and getting this dominant of a win. 1-3 to 100.
As hoping.
Wow, I was impressed. I don't know if you at home was impressed. Eddie, how impressed were you with that one? Because I think that was very
impressed, especially with their defense. Because Lakers are 14-4 in their last 18 games, and AD was absent for 11 games plus the 5 when he left. Yes, and with Dorian Finney-Smith and then Vando coming, it's like their defense has been amped to a different level, holding Jokic to just 9 field goal attempts. Come on, that's serious because we know Jokic to be 2 of 1 part. That is being the passer and then being the scorer. But then they held him to be the passer and then not being able to score because anytime he holds the ball, there's a double team there and
it's a triple team.
Triple team even. And once the pass skips to the other side, the closeouts are always aggressive closeouts, and the help defense is always there to close up. And it was so amazing to watch Lakers defense because it's always been that problem. Because when we said AD, LeBron, and Reaves was going to be a problem, but it's not a problem because they have other big wings who are able to cover them when there's weakness on the defense, and it's been so amazing to watch. I'm so happy for the Lakers.
I mean, when you put that Lakers team together with Luka, LeBron, and then Austin Reaves, everybody was saying the offense will be like astronomical. They will be one of the very best offense, and we've seen that clearly. The only problem was on defense. Now, in my opinion, I think if you want to really be a good defense, you've got to look at 3 things. You've got to have defensive personnel, you've got to have good defensive schemes, and then you've got to give defensive effort.
True.
On that night, the Lakers really gave good defensive effort. You could see everybody was tuned in and logged in. And the defensive scheme, that's what I'll give credit to. The picker. He's picking things in that team. My goodness. Like the defensive schemes for Jokic. And in fact, they didn't even let him touch the ball at times. You could see they were forcing him into actions that he didn't want to be in. Usually when Jokic catches the ball in and around the rim area, the painted area, that's where he does damage. This time, there's someone in front of him. There's someone behind him. They force them to throw the ball up, and then you see someone intercept the pass. Like the Lakers, everybody was in tune. And then defensive personnel, they've got it with Reaves, Vando, and then Gabe Vissel, like you were saying. Everybody did a tremendous job on Nikola Jokic. And you know, with the Nuggets, when you stop Jokic, you've entirely stopped the Nuggets. Now, on the offensive side of things, Luka Doncic. Look, we know this guy is crazy, and I think everybody knew the potential of what he could do on a team like this. But my word, when you see it in action, it's still
magic.
Amazing. The main reason why it becomes crazy is you've got 3 really good ball handlers. If the ball is in their hands, you are confident. Reaves, LeBron, Luka. But who's the best of them right now? Luka Doncic. And you've got LeBron who can still play off the ball because he can catch and shoot when he wants to. And when he cuts to the rim, there's no stopping him. You know, LeBron, he's still that guy when he gets to the rim. And Austin Reaves can also still do that. Like, Rui Hachimura is shooting like 50% on corner.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Like, it just gels at this point. So that's how come they overcame the Denver Nuggets.
And one of the problems with the Lakers has always been shooting. Because we've been, on this podcast, very, very critical on them finding a shooter. Gabe Vincent was supposed to be that guy, but he's been on and off. But then adding... Yet the game against Nuggets, everyone was shooting well.
In fact, even at the start, they missed like a couple of wide open shots, and I was thinking, okay, are we going to see the same thing? But getting closer to the end of the game,
every player was shooting so well, and I think if this is the energy after post All-Star weekend, then the Lakers are going to pose a very big, very, very, very dangerous, they'll be very, very dangerous to every team because now you have them against the top 6 or the top 10. I feel like there are so many teams that will find it very hard to kick to knock them out of the playoffs, because I feel like they are very, very big contenders. The Lakers are very big contenders right now.
I don't disagree too much, because go back to that Denver game. What they did to Nikola Jokic, not just on the defensive end, but actually putting Jokic into every action. Like immediately Luka gets the ball, LeBron gets the ball, call it for that screen, give me Nikola Jokic right now.
You need him out.
They're making sure that they're killing him in the pick and roll. Like, we know Nikola Jokic is not the best defender, but when you expose him like that, that is where you get the Denver Nuggets really, really crying. And I think, in my opinion, Coach Michael Malone didn't do a good job of really protecting Nikola Jokic. And this is why I'll give huge credit to JJ Redick. We know sometimes Luka can be a defensive liability, and what a way to hide him on defense.
Well.
You could see every single time everybody
the big wings were just doing their work.
If Redick can do this against most of these teams, I think the Lakers will be a serious problem. So in fact, you look at how the West is shaped up. Like, there are flaws on every single team that you feel like when the Lakers meet them, they can be confident. I think the only team that I'm confident right now that will beat the Lakers in a 7-game series, and I know people are even doubting this, is the OKC Thunder. You feel like the Lakers will beat OKC?
With a more stacked OKC with no injuries, it's going to be a battle.
Everybody being healthy.
All things being equal.
Hartenstein being around, Holmgren being around, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Look,
it's going to be a series.
It's going to be a series, but the reason why I believe that they will eventually prevail is, look, the OKC defense is on another level as compared to almost everybody in the league. Two,
so good
when you've got a guard that can score like SGA, and who are the guards who are on the Lakers, Austin Reaves and Luka
Doncic.
He's cooking them every single time. We saw the Lakers against the Hornets when LaMelo, in those last few minutes of the fourth quarter, LaMelo was calling for Luka every single time. And 1v1, he's cooking. That's why I believe the Thunder will have the edge over the Lakers. But aside the Thunder, right now they're showing us that they can possibly be the Denver Nuggets.
There's no one.
I don't think the Grizzlies will beat them. I don't think the Rockets will beat them. The Clippers are looking bad right now. The Suns, like, the Lakers have a clear path to the final, barring any injuries. Because I feel like if they get one injury, that is going to be it. But this is an impressive start to the Luka Doncic era in LA, and you almost feel like it could really be crazy this year.
It could be something. And there's this thing with the Nuggets and Mike Malone and Jokic, the non-Jokic minutes. It's something which is so clear, which has always been a problem, and I feel like it's not been solved. It's been a while, and it's not been solved. Because when Jokic was not on that lineup, it was hurting them a lot. Because the bench weren't producing numbers for them, and they were scoring on them a lot. Jokic had to sit down a bit, maybe a minute or two, and then come back. Whilst Luka was on the floor, LeBron was now resting. So you have some of your stars, Lakers stars, resting, and then you have some of them performing. You have Jokic, who rests for 2 minutes, has to come back, perform or play with Jokic. Now LeBron is coming back; he has to stay again. I feel like as of now, it shouldn't be a problem for them, but it's still a problem. But I feel like the Nuggets have been good this whole season. They had problems with their lineups, but I feel like they are contenders. But they met a very good Lakers team on the very good night.
It's just one game. You can't exaggerate too much. Maybe the next game we see Nikola Jokic go. Look, in fact, even though he had a bad game, he still had a triple-double. Like, that's how good this guy is. He is still the best player in the world. But hey, Laker fans, calm down a little bit. We know you guys are excited. Look, being a Clippers fan, I am extremely jealous of what you guys are doing right now. But look, you're not beating OKC. Even if you get to the finals, you're not beating Boston or Cleveland. That is the reality. I think your best, the ceiling is conference finals. So let's see even more games with the Lakers going into the latter parts of the season. Then we'll know if the Lakers are a true team to make it to the NBA finals. But that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Do you believe in the Lakers? Do you believe that Luka is there to bring that ring to LeBron and the Los Angeles Lakers? If you do, can you let us know in the comment section what you think? The Putback Show, back with more content on the channel. We'll see you soon.